Welcome to Good Morning Gwinnett with your host, Audrey Bell-Kearney, where we keep you informed, inspired, and ahead of the curve. Tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Audrey dives into the latest strategies and tools to help you leverage AI to grow your local business. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a tech enthusiast, or just curious about the future of business, this is the podcast for you. Get ready to innovate, elevate, and dominate in Gwinnett County and beyond.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of my friends around the world. It's a beautiful cold day here in Gwinnett County. Sun is shining bright, but it's only 19 degrees, only going up to 33, 1 degree above freezing. So it is cold. And we got some crazy weather coming, I think Wednesday. Like, what is happening right now? Climate change ain't real. I beg to differ. Listen, climate change is real, and I beg to defer. Because listen, look at the weather. They talking about snow in Florida. I was just in Florida. And it was chilly. The last couple of days was nice. Like it got like to the 70s. But for the first 2 days, I'm like, it's cold out here in Florida. So we got some crazy weather. Snow from Florida all the way up Texas, all the way up to South Carolina, North Carolina. Listen, what is happening right now? Something crazy is happening right now. And I don't know what it is, but listen, go out, get what you need, because I'm telling you right now, we waited till the last minute. And I just heard about the storm yesterday. We waited till the last minute and we didn't go out and get stuff that we needed for like them couple of days that we were shut in. And it was like a mess. So if you need stuff, don't wait till tomorrow because it's going to be a hot mess. Go today and get what you need. So you got to be shut in tomorrow and Wednesday. You can be shut in with your favorite goodies. I'm just saying, your favorite beverage, whatever it is, your cup of wine, whatever, your glass of wine, whatever that is, go get it. All right. Got a great show for you today. And you know what it's going to be about? It's about TikTok. Let me tell y'all something. I talk about this all the time because I'm not a big social media person. However, I do like TikTok. Like TikTok is the platform that I spend a lot of time on when I do. And it's normally at night around 10 o'clock when I'm just on there laughing. So my nephew and I, we send and my nephew, my husband, my brother, my daughter, we send funny stuff back and forth all the time because TikTok to me is a place for me to go and relax and laugh because that's what I do. I relax on TikTok and I laugh a lot because people are hilarious on there. But I woke up yesterday morning and TikTok was gone. My friend sent me a message. She says, "Oh my God, TikTok is gone." I'm like, "What you mean?" So I jump on TikTok because everybody know I like TikTok. I jump on TikTok and I'm like, "Oh my God, TikTok is gone." Then my daughter, then my nephew, like, I'm mad about them. I'm like, I know, right? Because what we gonna do? Because I don't really be on Instagram very often, nor Facebook. But we're always on TikTok sharing stuff. So TikTok was gone. But here's the thing: I had to think about this for a second, right? And I know this for a fact, and this is from the business perspective. If you have a business on TikTok, and that is your business, if you have a business on any platform, you know, you could lose your entire business on those platforms because you don't own them. I remember it must have been it was during the pandemic, I think, probably around 2020. There was a woman on Facebook. She said her entire business was on Facebook. Facebook did something, whatever it did, she lost 50% of her business instantly, like overnight, just like TikTok yesterday. So I know there were a bunch of people who have TikTok shops and all of these things. When TikTok went down, my daughter said it went down 10 o'clock on Saturday night. 10 o'clock Saturday night, it went down. So for like almost 24 hours, TikTok was down. So that was revenue being lost, right? Here's what I want to say. If you are a business owner, you need to own your stuff. You need to own your website. You need to own your email list. You need to own those things. Because when you own those things, even if those platforms go down, you still have access to your customer. I know people don't, oh, nobody builds websites anymore. You better build your website. My daughter used to tell me that all the time. And I say to her, why do you say that? People build websites because at that time, Instagram was hot. Everything was Instagram. And I was like, listen, you need your own website. People look at that as a extra step. Oh my God, something else extra for me to do. And yeah, it is. But here's the thing. You own that. You don't own TikTok. You don't own Facebook, Twitter. Look what happened when Elon took over Twitter. All of those people had all of those accounts. Whenever he wants to go in there and block people, he could just block them. Like, I don't want to hear what you got to say. I'm going to mute you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't own those platforms. So you have to create something that you own. And I know for a lot of people that could be a daunting process, but you got to understand this, right? if you are doing these things as a business, you have to look at it as a business. You have to understand that if I put my business on somebody else's platform and they decide, I don't like that, it could be gone in an instant. Let me tell you something. Good Morning Gwinnett is a podcast, but I have all my audios, right? My website is on WordPress. But if Google decide they want to change the algorithms, it throws everybody off. So everybody who has a blog style website on WordPress, whenever Google goes in there and change the algorithms, it just messes everything up. People just go, they get frantic. So how do you promote something like that? Well, for me, knowing what I know now, it's about me getting out into the community, not relying on Google to promote my website because it could change the algorithms and my stuff could just be just null and void in the Google search engines. But if I'm out in the community where people get to know and like me, and I say, hey, go to the website, I'm driving my own traffic. Yes, of course, I want Google to drive traffic, but Google changes things. Just like TikTok decided, just like they were like, we're going to ban TikTok. And they've been talking about this ban for a while. And a lot of people thinking it wasn't going to happen. As a matter of fact, I was in someone's workshop in Florida, and she was talking about TikTok and how she makes so much money on TikTok. She's like, I make a lot of money on TikTok. And she said, as of today, the president just made a statement that TikTok, talking about the president of TikTok, said the president of TikTok just made a statement that TikTok won't be banned. The very next day, TikTok was gone. Now they brought it back up. It came back up, right? But just imagine how scary that is. Like you have your entire business built on platforms that you don't own. And let me say this. I couldn't understand, I really could not understand why Mark Zuckerberg, Tim Cook, Jeff Bezos, who else was it? The CEO for the president for TikTok. I couldn't understand how you go a staunch supporter of these things like DEI and all these things. So I'm not doing it anymore. Walmart, I'm not doing it anymore. I realized that because of all the power they have, they could write a policy in on Capitol Hill that shuts shit down. Excuse my French. They could write a policy, a law on Capitol Hill that shut down giants. TikTok is a giant. They wrote a policy that said we're gonna ban it, and it got banned for a day, but it got banned. And when Mark Zuckerberg got up there, I'm like, wait a minute, he done kissed the ring too. Wait, Tim Cook kissed the ring. No, everybody knows that Jeff Bezos and Trump, they be bumping heads a lot. But here's the thing. He all was like, we're going to Mar-a-Lago. Like, why? Like what? Well, like what's happening right now? Now I understand. I understand because they can write laws and policies that shut shit down. And if you don't have, if you're not in this circle and your site is one of the things they decide to ban, I was like, oh, it didn't make sense. Even though I had heard about the TikTok ban, it did not make sense why Mark and the rest of those people decided we're gonna go over here with Trump. It didn't make sense to me because they had not, it had not been that way until now. And I was like, why? And that is why. Now, let me say this. Snoop is catching a lot of flack. And I know this is like, but I'm talking about the power that be and understanding where you fit into this, right? TikTok went dark. It went totally dark for like 12 hours or so. If you have your business on there, you lost revenue within that time, right? You have to own your own platforms. But I want to say this. I want to back up for 1 second. Understanding what I'm understanding right now because a lot of stuff I wasn't getting. I was all emotional about things, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm really was emotional about a lot of stuff as it comes to today, which is for first of all, today is we're celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday. This is observation of that day today. His birthday was February 15th. I mean February 15th, January 15th, but we're observing it today. So once again, happy birthday, Dr. Martin Luther King, all the way up in heaven. Today is also the inauguration day for President Donald Trump. And he went in there and he was like, the president of TikTok say, President Trump brought back, TikTok. Okay, whatever. It sounds like a PR stunt, but whatever. Whatever the case may be, they're playing with your money. Let me say that. Because they shut it down and all of a sudden it's back up. And who gets the praise for that? The president, right? So for 12 hours, you lost revenue because the president wants y'all to praise him over at TikTok. Okay. It's starting to make sense, right? And you have to really decide how you want to play this game. And I'm realizing business is a game. You can't be emotional. I'm learning that. It's taken me 27 years to learn that. But I'm looking around and I'm writing notes on how people are doing things, right? TikTok went down. Folks probably went into because I was like, oh my God, TikTok is. I don't even have a business on TikTok. I just like to go there and laugh. I can't even imagine what that would have been like if my business was. Now I do have TikTok pages, but I'm not making any money on TikTok. It's just like I got pages and they're not really making money, so whatever. But there are people who are making millions of dollars on TikTok. And TikTok has been said to be one of the best platforms to build your audience on. It has been said that. And I was like, okay, that's cool, but I don't have a business there. So people who did have a business there, they took a hit. They took a hit for a few hours. Now, what I'm learning about business, right? Let me tell you what I already knew. What I already knew is that you need to own your own property. You need to own your own email list with all of the people that you can contact. You need to own your own website. And these days, you can literally own your own social media. Literally. It's where nobody can shut you down except for the government. The government can do what they want to do. Ooh, that's the scary part. But because of the tools and technologies that we have right now, you could actually create your own social network for your business, for your community, like literally, because of the tools are so smart. But you need to own those things. I have a bunch of books on Amazon. I get paid every month from Amazon. I don't know who those people are that buy my books. You know why? Because I don't own those names. Amazon own those names. They own the list. They own the address. They own the telephone number. They own the email. They own it all. I own nothing. They send me my royalty and that's it. I don't know who the people are. I can't talk to them unless they follow me on Amazon. I don't know who they are because Amazon owns Amazon. They're not sharing their information with you, right? If my whole entire business was built on Amazon and Amazon decide, I don't want this, or the government decide, hate Jeff Bezos, he didn't play nice with me in the sand pit, I'm about to get rid of Amazon. We're about to ban Amazon. Now that would be a travesty. It would for so many people, not just in the workforce, but in just a mess, right? But that's the power that the government has. We've seen it happen just 2 days ago. So you want to make sure that you have your own email list. You want to make sure that you have your own website. Now, I'm not saying don't get on these platforms because you want to leverage them. And the crazy thing about it is all of these great platforms like YouTube and LinkedIn and Instagram, no, we don't own those. And what I have seen is that if you don't play nice in the business world these days, that used to be the case. Well, it probably was. I just didn't know about it. But if you don't play nice with the powers that be, your shit could get shut down just like TikTok. Now, you're a little guy. Nobody's really paying you much attention. However, the big guys where you planted all your seeds, when they get pissed off at them and shut them down, that shuts you down until you know what I'm saying. So you got to think about it that way. If all my eggs are over in Google basket and I'm looking for Google to push all this traffic to goodmorninggwinnett.com, that's what I'm looking for. And then they piss off whoever and they decide to write a policy and a law. And maybe I'm saying it wrong, but it seems that's how it went. They wrote some policy or law and TikTok went down. And they had been threatening that forever. If they did that to Google, all my search traffic would be gone. So I have to get out in the community because my podcast is Good Morning Gwinnett. Gwinnett County is where I live. I got to get out in the community and drive people back to the website. That's what I'm understanding. I'm also understanding that is that you got to not be emotional in business. I'm learning that. I'm telling y'all, I'm emotional and I've been emotional in business for a long time. And I was like, I can't be emotional in business because it does not serve you well because you let your emotions get in the way of your revenue pretty much. Now, that being said, Snoop is taking a lot of flack because he is going to be performing today at the inauguration. And so was a school in Mississippi. Now, the school in Mississippi, I was a little bit annoyed with that because I figured, why are these kids trying to raise money to go play at the inauguration when motherfucking Elon Musk is a billionaire? He's made 200 extra billion since November the 5th. Please help me understand that. And they're doing a GoFundMe. That part I could not understand. Why didn't Trump just say, hey, send them kids a check so they can come up here and perform? Send them, as a matter of fact, send them a check so everybody get $1 million for perform. Send that check. This is the kind of stuff I be talking about. Like, you can do all this nonsense, but you want these kids to come perform and they got to do a GoFundMe. I had a problem with that. I'm not telling them not to perform because that is their life. They're trying to move on in life. We got to take the emotions out of business. Got to take it out, right? But what I am saying is that why didn't somebody who's a part of that whole administration say, you know what, let's pay for these kids to come up here and to perform? Why did they have to start a GoFundMe? I didn't understand. I didn't. But again, you have to take your emotions out of it. So Snoop is catching a lot of flack because he's performing. Here's what I know. Well, not know. Here's what I believe. I believe Snoop has said, let's look at the Elons of the world, the Mark Zuckerbergs of the world. And although he may not be as big as they are, billionaires, he's about to become one. In my opinion, Snoop will be a billionaire in 2025. If he's not already one, he will be one in 2025. You know why? Because he has taken the emotion out of everything he probably felt about Donald Trump in the first administration, and he is now understanding, we know Jeff Bezos wasn't a fan, but guess what? He's going to be sitting right there at the inauguration. Why? Because it benefits him. That's why. I'm sure Snoop is not going to get out there and bash black folks. I don't see him doing that. But as it pertains to his business, I get it. I feel like now, if you listen, call it what you want to call it, take the emotions out of it. Oh, they kissed the ring. Yep, they did. And I see why, because at the end of the day, it's something in it for them. And they understand that in order for me to get what I want, I got to be in this man's good graces. Because right now, he's the most powerful man in the world and the most shallow in the world. Let me say that again. He is the most powerful man in the world and the most shallow in the world. And all you got to do is play up to his ego and you get what you want pretty much. I'm trying to figure out how the hell I could do it. Excuse my French, but that's just how I'm feeling this morning. My brother said to me, my brother is not even entrepreneurial at all. He said, Orge, because this is what he called me, Orge. Well, you need to figure out how to get some money while Trump is in the chair. This is my brother talking. And I was like, I know, right? Because we look at people like a Elon Musk who just said, okay, I'm going to help him get elected because he understands. All you got to do is play up to his ego and you get what you want. Pretty much. As long as you're in his good graces, you can get what you want. I ain't mad at Snoop. I ain't mad at the TikTok president for getting up there and going to the. I'm not mad at him because at the end of the day, they got 4 years. If he can stay in a place where he's not being impeached, because I don't feel like he's going. I think he's going to get impeached. But if he can stay there for 4 years without being impeached, a lot of people are going to make a lot of money. And although they may kiss the ring today, hell, somebody be kissing their ring in 4 years. That's how it is. Bootlicking goes on all the time. And I tell you, my brother said to me one time, and I know this is sound like I'm all over the place, but I'm not, because I'm understanding now why things happen. I was an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. Been one for a long time. We do things like okay. We're gonna start it. We got a big idea. We're gonna start this business. We're gonna try to find some money to market the business. This is how we think, right? But when I look at TikTok getting shut down and then it comes right back up, and I see the president say he's gonna be at the inauguration, TikTok is up. That's a game, y'all, that we need to understand how to play. Right now, if you're sitting over there and all your stuff is sitting on TikTok, you need to rethink that thing like ASAP and figure, okay, I can't let this happen again. Don't let it, because it could happen again. If they tick him off, listen to what I'm saying. If they tick him off, TikTok will be gone again. Facebook will be gone again. Instagram will be gone again. Heck, YouTube may be even gone again. If they tick him off and they decide they want to write a new law, a new policy, whatever they do over there in Congress and in the White House and in the Capitol Hill, whatever they decide to do, they decide to do that, it could be gone again. Where does that leave you? Where does that leave you? So you have to think about those things. You should have a store on your website, on your site, so people can go to your site and buy your products. You should. They're not messing with the small babies. They're not messing with like the small people, like the print on demand. They're not bothering them. They're not bothering them because they're not giants like a TikTok. They're not giants like a Facebook and an Amazon and a YouTube. They're not giants like that. They're giants, but not like those. No, not like those guys. So they're not going to bother them. So leverage them platform. Put the store on your own website. I don't even think they will bother Shopify. Shopify is a giant. Right? So, what am I saying? I'm saying that do not put all your seeds in one social media basket. Don't do that because we have seen what that could do. And also, get your emotions out of your business because it's going to hinder you in the long run. All right? All right, I'm going to go to a song. I'm going to come back. I'm going to finish up because I felt like even though it's a holiday and I should be off right now, I had to come on here and talk about this because I was like, what just happened? It happened. I'll be right back.
Keep pushing, keep climbing, dreaming within you.
Let's go! Every night I see the stars, they remind me who I am. Born to shine, born to rise, never bow, never bend. They say the struggle's real, but so is the hustle. Got fire in my veins, turn my pain into muscle. Came from the bottom, had to grind to the summit. They doubted my name, now they all wanna run it. Storm's gonna come, but I dance in the rain. Every loss that I took was just fuel for the game. They say life ain't fair, but I ain't scared. Got a heart full of hope and a soul prepared. Through the highs and the lows, the fire inside. No matter what they say, keep the dream alive.
You keep the dream alive, don't let it fade. Even when the world try to throw you shade, keep your head up, stand tall, survive.
No matter what they say, keep the dream alive. Looking in the mirror, all I see is a king, a queen, a fighter destined for big things. No chains on my soul, no fear in my heart. I was born for the struggle, I've been real from the start. They wanna see you break, wanna see you quit, but legends keep moving, never call it quits. Rise like the sun through the darkest nights. Even when they turn off the lights, I still shine bright. They say life ain't fair, but I ain't scared. Got a heart full of hope and a soul prepared. Through the highs and the lows, the fire inside. No matter what they say, keep the dream alive.
Keep the dream alive, don't let it fade. Even when the world try to throw you shade, keep your head up, stand tall, survive.
No matter what they say, keep the dream alive. When the doors get locked, I build my own. When the path ain't clear, I pave that road. I know where I'm headed, I know what's mine. Destiny calls, I won't press decline.
So keep pushing, keep grinding. The dream is alive, we having. One love, one voice, we striving. No matter what, we surviving.
Yeah, when the doors get locked, I build my own. When the path ain't clear, I pave that road. I know where I'm headed, I know what's mine. Destiny calls, I won't press decline.
Pushing, keep grinding. The dream is alive, we're rising. One love, one voice, we striving. No matter what, we surviving. Surviving.
Welcome back. Listen, you got to keep pushing. You had a setback with TikTok. You listen to the Good Morning Gwinnett show, by the way. I am your host, Audrey Bell-Kearney. Listen, you had a minor setback with TikTok, right? But what you got to remember is that you don't own TikTok, you don't own Instagram, you don't own Facebook, you don't own any of those. Now I can say this, it's back. How long it's going to be back, I don't know. If he keeps kissing the ring, he may stay around for 4 years, right? What's interesting though is that he wasn't the one that banned TikTok. The previous administration was the one that put the ban in place. So that was the interesting part. And they were saying that it was because, TikTok was frying our brains and they wasn't frying their own people's brain. Well, that's a personal thing, in my opinion. Like people it's so much information out there, and you can't just say TikTok was doing it. It's everywhere. It's on Facebook, it's everywhere. People decide what they want to look at, right? I don't sit on there and look at trash. I had a friend send me trash. So like, look, stop sending me trash. I don't want trash. Send me motivation, inspiration, business, and funny. That's what I want. I don't want trash. I don't want to see people slapping each other and fighting. I don't want to see all that because that does nothing for what I'm trying to accomplish. Nothing. One, a successful business, and two, a peace of mind with some fun. That's what I'm trying to accomplish. If it doesn't add to those things, don't send it to me. So remember, you need to get a website. If you don't have a website, just go to GoDaddy and put up a web page. They got stores. Go to Hostinger. And I'm not even an affiliate for any of these guys. Go to Hostinger. Tell the AI to create you a website. If it's an e-commerce website, tell it to create your e-commerce website. Get a website. Get you a newsletter. Go to Beehive. Go to Substack. Go to Brevo. Go to Constant Contact. Get you a get you a newsletter where you own the names so that you can market to these people over and over. So if TikTok goes down, you got another your stores over here on Shopify. You got your Amazon stores over here. You got a merchant account. Listen, you need to have your business spread out. So if one platform goes down, you still have ways to sell your stuff. Like you can't rely on one platform to sell your information. You just can't do that. Because if it goes down, you're screwed. I'm just trying to tell you how it is. So I just wanted to come on here and talk about that for a brief moment today because I've seen it happen before to this woman. I always had an email. I've had an email list too, but I've always had a website. And I know that some people feel like I don't need a website. I got this, I got that. No, you need a website. And if you didn't know, now you know. You done effed around and found out TikTok went down. You was like, oh my God, all my money down the drain. I'm sure people was having conniptions when they woke up or stayed up until 10 o'clock and they was like, wait a minute, I can't see how. Because my daughter said went down at 10 o'clock Saturday night. I woke up Sunday morning like, what just happened? So understand that. So you need to have it on your own email list. You need to be on more. If you're going to be on social media, and you're selling stuff like that, and that's your prime source of income, be on all of them. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, wherever. Be on all. It's a lot. It's a lot to manage. By all means, create your own YouTube channel, start a blog site. Shopify is a great platform. I've been on Shopify before, and I'm thinking about starting up another Shopify store, but I think it is a great platform. Even Printful right now, if you Printful.com is a print on demand site, but now they have stores, so you don't even have to go to Shopify if you don't want to. You can set your store up right on Printful. It allows you to set your store up, which I think that's amazing because now you don't have to worry about all the integrations. You can just set your store up on the Printful platform, and if you're offering other products, selling courses and things like that, there are other platforms. You can put a PDF on your website and sell it as a download, as a digital download, and you don't need anybody but a payment processor and something like a Gumroad so that you can deliver the product to the person. What I'm saying is, y'all, one, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't do that, right? You want to, don't do that. You also want to make sure that people can get access to you. You may say, you know what, I need to start a consulting service to go along with whatever this is. You got a great e-commerce store, start a consulting service because they can't take you out unless they take you out, right? So if your stores go down, all the social media go down, you got a website and an email list. Hey, sell your consulting services. Get on Zoom and talk to them. If you can't get on Zoom, you might have to meet in person. You got to think outside of the box. And I get it. It sounds like a lot of work, and that's because it is. But that's because you said, I want to be a business owner. I'm just saying, the truth is the truth. You want to be a business owner, this is all the stuff that comes along with that. All right? All right, I'm going to go to my last song. Then I'm going to come back and give you my words of inspiration for the day. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. Right back after the song.
Yeah. No matter how dark the night gets, the sun's still gonna rise. So keep your head up, baby. Lately it's been hard to breathe, feeling like the weight of the world's on me. Trying to smile but the pain still lingers, reaching for hope with trembling fingers. I know those don't last always. I've been through the fire but I'm still ablaze. Ain't no mountain too high to climb. I see the light and it's mine. Oh, I won't let these trials break me down. I know love's still circling around. Even when the rain won't go away, I tell myself, just hold on, babe. There's a brighter tomorrow. I feel it inside. No more drowning in sorrow. I'm ready to rise. Gonna walk in my purpose. No fear in my eyes. I know love will find me under golden skies. I hear my grandma's voice at night saying, baby, don't you lose your fight. She said faith is the key to stand, even when you don't understand. Oh, I've been knocked down before, but I refuse to stay on the floor. Ain't no chains gon' hold me back. I was born to shine like that. Oh, I won't let these trials break me down. I know love's still circling around. Even when the rain won't go away, I tell myself, just hold on, babe. There's a brighter tomorrow. I feel it inside. No more drowning in sorrow. I'm ready to rise. Gonna walk in my purpose. No fear in my eyes. I know love will find me under golden skies. Oh, yeah, yeah. I can see it now, the clouds roll away. Golden rays of love light up my face. The past.
Welcome back, welcome back. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you my words of inspiration. Here goes. It says, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Let me say it one more time. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving forward. Dr. Martin Luther King said that, and he was right. TikTok was just one of the things that might have took you down yesterday, but you got to get up and keep moving. You got to keep crawling until you get to where you got to go. You got to keep thinking forward. You got to keep moving forward. You got to keep being a forward moving person with your dreams and with your community. Listen, that's all I got for you today. You could have been anywhere in the world. You spent the last 32 minutes with me, and I love and appreciate you for that. If you missed any episodes of the show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. Also, be sure to connect with me on all of those platforms. I'm there. I'm on all of them. Every one of them. Connect with me wherever you find Audrey Bell-Kearney, Good Morning Gwinnett, Noise Media Network. That's me. I'm on all of them. Connect with me. I'll be happy to connect back. Thank you again for listening. I'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. You guys stay safe out there. And until next time, my friends, until next time, make it a great day. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to Good Morning Gwinnett, where we bring AI innovation to the heart of your local business. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to support the show for only $5.99 a month. Just click the support link in the show notes. Your contribution helps keep this show running and your business growing. Missed an episode or want to catch up on local news? Visit us anytime at goodmorninggwinnett.com. Until next time, stay innovative on your grind.